Yo, this is Brandon, and I got your review of Unreal Tournament 3, available now for the PC, PS3, and soon for the 360. Now, the game was designed with the Unreal game engine, the same engine that countless developers use for their shooters, including the award-winning BioShock. So, you make the engine that everyone else uses to make good games. You better create something good yourself. Unreal Tournament 3 doesn't disappoint. Be warned, UT3 is fast, very fast. You run fast, you shoot fast, you respawn fast. Now, the presentation is rather simple, maybe even too simple. Starting a campaign is extremely straightforward, and it takes 2 seconds to figure out how to go from mission to mission, mostly because you are choosing between 1 or 2 points on a map. Clearly, not the kind of attention to detail you get from a game like BioShock, but effective nonetheless. The campaign mode isn't much of a campaign at all, as it is a long series of multiplayer battlefields with computer opponents. This isn't necessarily a bad thing. Okay, gameplay. Fast. Work quickly because it doesn't take much to get wiped out. The constant fighting really heightens your senses and makes you anxious as hell, knowing you are likely to see an enemy right around the corner. Teleportation stations, as well as teleportation guns, move you across the screen quickly. By far, though, the coolest aspect of the game is the hoverboard. That's right, a hoverboard. The hoverboard allows you to skim across maps either by your own accord or latching onto a vehicle. The board comes in handy in Capture the Flag games, especially since you can't teleport or get any vehicle with the flag. Watch out though, one hit by any gun, you and the flag go flying across the screen and lose about half your health. Now, the guns are really cool and violent, but you'll find yourself sticking to a select few. Get close enough with a few of them and it's one-shot kill. One of the more interesting aspects of the matches, though, are the node battles. Maps are organized in grids, and you have to control multiple nodes in between your core and your opponent's core in order to shut down the opposing core's defenses. By far, one of the best match types in the game. Unfortunately, it's only one of 3 basic types. Now, no matter how hard she rocks, she's still got to be a looker for you to really get your money's worth. And at the end of the night, trust me, Unreal is beautiful. The animations are smooth and even, and the blood is fine and used to really emphasize the raw theme of the game. You don't just see guys die, you see them explode. Now, there is still this bulky style that the characters have that makes you think the government took all the uggos and video game nerds and weeded them out of the gene pool entirely, so only these physical imposing people are left. The environment visuals are nothing fancy, but compare evenly to other first-person shooters. The sound is sufficient, good effects on the explosions, but nothing to blow you out of the water. The voice acting is a strong point in the game, surprisingly though. The taunts are cool, but not too easy to do in the midst of a battle. By the time I get to the right button, I've been shot in the face with a fucking rocket. One of the constant criticisms of console first-person shooters is the difficulty of using a controller. Gamers will be happy to hear that you can use a mouse and keyboard to play the game, and even more people will be happy to hear that you can choose not to play with those guys online, because they'll destroy you. The online service makes the game have a long-lasting appeal, and the interface and ease in which to enter a game is unparalleled. So what's the verdict? The presentation is efficient, but a bit too simple, especially with the one-player mode, 7.5. The sound is gory and the voice acting is good enough, 8.5. Gameplay is solid and varying, 9.0. Graphics are stunning and the body explosions are brutal, 9.0. Online appeal gives the game a long-lasting play, 8.8. Overall, Unreal Tournament gets an 8.5. Great first-person shooter, especially for online nuts. That's it, guys. Take it back to you.